Okay, so in this video we are going to discuss AC bridges. Okay, so last video we have seen what is DC Wheatstone's bridge. Okay, here we are going to discuss AC Wheatstone's bridge. Okay, it is used to determine, you can say, capacitance, then inductance, or you can calculate frequency also. Okay, at which a particular component is working. Okay, so you can measure inductances, capacitances, and frequency, okay, using this AC Wheatstone's bridge. Now here you can see instead of resistance R, it is replaced by Z. Okay, Z indicates impedance. Okay, Z indicates impedance, and it will have both magnitude as well as phase, or you can say it will have a real part as well as a imaginary part. Okay, and here you can see instead of the galvanometer you have a uh, headphone, or you can say something that can detect AC signal. Okay, that is replaced, and instead of using a battery, okay, instead of using a battery you have a AC supply. Hmm? So these differences you have to understand. Resistances are replaced with impedance, galvanometer is replaced by a headphone, and this battery is replaced with a you can say AC source. Hmm? And it is necessary that both magnitude and the phase of the impedance arms to achieve balance. Okay, so both the real part as well as the imaginary part should be in the balance. Okay, so first the bridge which you will see is a capacitive comparison bridge. Okay, this is normally used to find out unknown capacitance. Okay, unknown capacitance. So here in this case, the unknown capacitance is Cx. Okay, the capacitance has an internal resistance of Rx. Okay, and this Cx we want to find out. Now, known resistances R1 is known, R2 is known, then C3 is known, and R3 is known. We require here C3 is because we want to calculate what is Cx. Okay, that is used to understand or calculate what is Cx value. This C3 will be useful. Hmm? So we have to use the equation. So Z1 is R1, okay, this equation. Then Z2 is R2 here. You can see there is no capacitance or inductor in these two branches. So Z is equal to R. Whereas for Z3 here, the third branch, it is given by R3 minus J divided by omega C3. Okay, where this W, or you can say omega, which is there, is the frequency part, or 2 pi f, you can say. This omega is 2 pi f. Same way, Zx is given by Rx minus J divided by omega Cx. Okay, where this is same thing you can apply. Hmm? If it is the capacitance is in series with resistance, then you will get minus here, which you can see. Hmm? So now for a bridge to balance, okay, you have this Z1 into Zx. Okay, normally you multiply like this: Z1 into Zx is equal to Z2 into Z3. Then you have to substitute R1 in bracket Rx minus J divided by omega Cx equal to R2 into R3 minus J divided by omega C3. Okay, so if you just substitute, or you can say simplify this, you will get this part. Okay, now you can see R1 into Rx is real, minus J times R1 divided by omega Cx, this is imaginary part, is equal to R2 R3 minus J times R2 by omega C3. Now what we will do, we will equate the real part. Real part is R1 Rx is equal to R2 R3, and we will equate the imaginary part, these two. So you will get this. This is our normal bridge balance equation, which we have seen for our DC Wheatstone's bridge. So this equation is same. Now the imaginary part, if you equate, what you get is Cx is equal to C3R1 divided by C2. Here omega and omega will cancel. Okay, omega and omega will cancel. Okay, and Cx is equal to C3R1 by R2. Okay, since R3 does not appear in expression of Cx as a variable element, it is an obvious choice to eliminate any interaction between the two balance controls. Okay, since R3 and R1, okay, are adjustable, your value of Cx you can adjust only with R1. You don't require R3. So the value of Cx is independent of R3. So this is you have to understand. Next is the inductance comparison bridge. Okay, same way as your capacitance comparison bridge, what you have is R1 you have, R2 you have, then here instead of capacitance you have an inductor. Okay, you have R3 and L3. Here also instead of capacitance you have Lx. So here this Lx we want to find out. So same equations if you write and we solve, you will get this. Lx is equal to L3 R2 by R1 and Rx is equal to R2 R3 by R1. Okay, so this Lx is found out by using R1, R2 and L3. R1, R2 and L3. There is no R3 here, or this value is not involved in find out what is the value of Lx. Only using these two you can find out. Then last bridge, okay, Wien's bridge. This is used to find out frequency. Okay, last two bridges if you see, first bridge was used to find out capacitance comparison bridge. Second one was inductance comparison bridge, which was used to find inductance. Now this Wien's bridge which is there, it is used to find out frequency, you can say. Okay, this is used in design to measure frequency, and it can also measure capacitance. Okay, it can also measure capacitance, but it is normally used for measuring frequency. So you can see here the first term you have a capacitance, known capacitance, then you have R2, then you have R4, and then you have R3 into C3. Okay, then you have to write equations. Z1 is this one. Okay, if it is in series, you subtract. If it is in parallel, here you add. Okay, so it is like this. Now you have to write this balance equation. Okay, and then we have to find out for Z2, okay, or R2. Okay, so write this equation. Then you can see here it is written Y3. Okay, now Z is impedance, Y is admittance. Okay, or you can say Y is the reciprocal of Z. Y is the reciprocal of Z. So if you take the reciprocal, okay, you will get this Y3. And it is given by 1 by R1 plus J omega C3. This equation you remember. The same thing if you simplify, okay, same thing if you simplify, you will get Z2 is equal to Z1, Z4, Y3. Okay, and then you have to substitute. Z1 is R1 minus J divided by omega C1. Then Z4 is R4. And then Y3 is 1 by R3 plus J omega C3. Now if you just simplify this, you will get this equation. Here in this equation, this is the real part, R1 R4 by R3, and this is the real part, C3 R4 by C1. Club them, okay, you can say write them together. Then this is imaginary part, write them together. Then what you have to do, you have to equate the real and imaginary part. So on the left hand side you have R2, on the right hand side you have this. So this will be equated. On the left hand side there is no imaginary part. Okay, and the right hand side you have this. So this is equated to 0. Okay, so if you simplify for real part, you will get R2 by R4 is equal to R1 by R3 plus C3 by C1. This is the equation for balance. Same way, if you equate the imaginary part, you can say solve for imaginary part, you will get omega square is equal to 1 divided by C1 R1 R3 into C3. So if you simplify, okay, omega is 2 pi f, or f is equal to 1 divided by 2 pi root of c1 r1 c3 r3. Okay, so that is how you can find out the frequency.